Hi viewers. First of all, thanks for choosing our podcast to listen in your time. And this podcast is the daily show. In this podcast, mainly we are concentrating on the day-to-day activities, what is happening around us, and we try to put our opinion on those things on a weekly basis. I have been trying to record this podcast since last 10 to 15 days, but I was not well. Now I'm getting so much better, so I thought this is the right time to the podcast. I can't procrastinate myself without doing the podcast because whenever I see a lot of issues in the public, I just want to speak about in my own space. I felt this is the place I can speak my opinion without any problem, or just to communicate with the people of a similar mindset, or the opposite mindset. In the end, I put my thoughts on the internet so I can get feedback of what is happening and how people are reacting to these things. Okay, first of all, I just want to address the issue of being a whale. If you know, this issue has been, this issue happened on last year. It's like, to be precise, on 26th of January 2022. I want to address this issue for a long time, and I did address this issue in my YouTube channel through videos, and I have put a podcast already on my regional language channel in Tamil. Basically, I am from Tamil Nadu, so I would like to communicate to the people around me, yeah, immediately, then rather than the people all over India. But whenever I feel there is an issue need to be addressed, I just want to go in this podcast. So apart from the language barrier, all the people can listen to this and understand what is happening in Tamil Nadu as well as in India. So let's come to the point. I just want to brief about what happened in Vayal. It was happened on 26th December. I just want to make sure you remember the date. It's because it is still the same condition. There was no action. They did take some action, but it was not sufficient for the people to satisfactory output. Let me just brief through the incident. On 26th, the people of the Venge, two to three children suffered from vomiting and stomach disorders. When they approached the doctor said it seems like a viral infection, so better to check the water resources. And once they stepped onto the water tank and looked into the water tank, and they shocked to know that there was a human feces over the water, and they immediately removed the water from the tank, and they removed the feces also. And it's been like a shocker for them, and a lot of people started to protest to probe a proper investigation to understand the situation. So what happened is they tried to make a lot of excuses. The government side has done a few things right. They said they immediately provided the alternate water resources, and they set up a camp to uh, uh, investigate the health of the people around the surroundings, and they are trying to arrest the convict. But still they are yet to identify who is the culprit. I don't understand why it is taking so long for a government to find a person who has done this inhuman activity to the fellow human beings. You can imagine, right? How can a person do this to a fellow human being? What a kind of a thing running in his brain, heart? It's completely a shit running over his head, heart, everywhere. Because as we know, it is. Whether we agree or not, it is the fact that most of the peoples has been brought up by telling the values of our culture and heredity. It is nothing but the caste pride. So initially it is a pride. Once you grow up, the caste pride also grow along with you. Once you reach the point, when you are seeing a Dalit person who used to work in your garden or yacht, now is getting education, and he is getting his own car or bungalow. Not even a bungalow, they're just getting a home for themselves, and they are independent. Many of the caste sick people can't handle this, and they just want to prove a point that they are superior, which is not true for any human beings. All the human beings are equal. So when they are trying to prove that point to the fellow human being, ultimately they have to do something which will make them feel so inferior, so bad about themselves. Just imagine why they have to do this. Just by making sure they know their place. Because whenever they drink water, they can't drink water in peace. Always this incident will strike. So that is their first request, to remove the water tank, to demolish the water tank, no matter what. And you can see there is a subgroup of CPM who protested and made the government bodies to file a petition towards the government to remove the water tank, and they are seeking a common water tank between for the whole village. Yeah, it should be a common water tank. And in the same village, we have been found that is like a two-pot system. Like a person from different caste use different tumblers. Like you will get not you won't get the silver tumbler if you are from a specific community. You will get only the Yusundra tumbler. So there are so many caste related things happening in the village, and government needs to take strict action, because these people in every minute they used to tell we are providing a Dravidian model. You people know what is Dravidian model. It's from the great leaders like Anna, Periyar, Kalaignar. They have been fought really hard for the social justice. I'm not including other leaders. Yeah, obviously Kamarajar, has been an exponential person, and he played an extremely vital role in providing education to all the people. I completely agree. So these are like the leaders who brought Tamil Nadu to this place, and this people are telling they are following the footsteps. But in what way? If you are keeping silent and not acting upon these cases, and you are taking this much time to identify the person who has done this inhumane activity to the fellow human being, it's not gonna help you. So people are like very upset about this incident, and many people even used to tell, oh, this is because all these people are targeting the Tamil community, like Tamil caste. They are used to tell this. What is wrong with you, bro? It's not even like a regional problem. It is a completely sick caste mindset problem. So as you know, you have to act upon those things in order to get the justice. And I am completely disagree with this Tamil pro people who are telling they are making this as a big issue just because this is Tamil caste involved people. It's not. Come on, it's human beings, fellow human beings. You have to respect them. Okay, so this was happened like a month ago. And recently near Virudhunagar, there is another incident. People throw a dead dog over a water tank. Again, they try to contaminate the water source. They don't want to they don't want the people to live in peace. It is completely evident. And there are so many things about this caste-based system. So this happened. And if you add, yeah, recently one more thing. Yeah, I just forgot to mention this point. There was a priest from a Brahmin community. He deliberately told there was what to say, they called, there is another community called Nada who has been I have to appreciate for their hard work, because that community used to be a very low, and there was no respect. Obviously, once you earn money, people will respect you. Similar to that, that caste worked so hard. They are so united, and they worked hard and they achieved their place. Now people are like, oh, that is a very good community. Okay, let's leave it. I don't want to get into that. The main reason is one person is telling a person from another community approached this priest and asked, Swami, how can I be like you without doing any, without committing any sins? What he's trying to make? It's like a priest from Brahmin community is not committing any sins, or only the a person from another community is committing all the sin. So it is like I don't even want to talk about the community basis. Let's get straight into the point. So the priest told that you were supposed to make mistakes, and I am the one who is going to get the mistakes from you, and I will make the mistakes vanish by doing some, what to say, some puja, something. So ultimately, he wants to earn money by the mistakes committed by this person. So money plays the ultimatum. So it's simply they are trying to make money out of their human insecurities. That's it. And what are the caste incidents recently I saw? There are so many things. It's not coming to my mind, obviously. So let me check what are the newses I have been submitted. Yeah, and then you forgot one more important thing. Ahem. I saw a web series called Daily. It is extremely good. It's all about the superstition. Superstition has been followed in certain communities. It was a very well written story by Mr. Gautam, and the oh my goodness, the cast of this people is extremely good. The all the actors, actresses are extremely well in this. Even the music by Reva is also extremely good and extremely well. Okay, I use so much extremely. Just skip that. Okay. The main content of this ILE is all about the women's education. I will just, I don't want to dig so much details. I just want to go and give an outlook of the series. ILE is a series based on women's education. There is a village called, sorry, I forgot the name of the village, leave it. Uh, and there was a village 500 years ago. A girl from the village and a boy from the next village ran away. Uh, uh, okay, they eloped, and because of that, the whole village has been brought under a curse from the local god. So all the fishes died, their crops got burned, and so many bad things happened to them. They believed it is because of the girl eloped with the boy. So they decided to move from one village to another village. After 500 years of progression on their mind, they have a very great life. So they decided uh, that sort of incidents was not about to happen. So they get promises from all the girls in from their childhood that they will get married eventually once they attain the age of puberty. Yeah, that is so sick. Yeah, it's like pedo. They are supposed to go into pedo, but nobody in the village has been caught into pedo. It's 1990s. The story moved in the year of 1990s. So there was a girl called Ailey. I did see Periyar in that character because the each and every step he was so intellectual. Her move were intellectual. There are scenes. She used to tell, "Oh, this villagers can't even find that attained age. They just simply dumb, so we can easily manage." So that sort of thing. She was a very cool thug person. I really loved the way how she portrayed the character. Actually, she's not Irish. Her name is Tamil, and she is like the protagonist of the entire series. Not only her, there are so many people who has done an extremely fine job. Friends of the ILE and friends of Tamil Selvi and the mom character done by Anumol and the father character. And my favorite is Jensen Divagar. Oh my goodness, I love this guy from his YouTube channel called Manja Notice. You have to check out his sketch comedies. He is an extremely well potential and talented actor. I love this guy. Okay, apart from this, what Ailey is talking about, she broke all the superstitions one by one because there was a superstition. Girls are not supposed to enter into temples at their periods. Okay, because mainly it has been considered they are impure, so they have to go out of the uh, house itself. Sometimes they have to use. They are not supposed to mingle well with the others during their periods. That is from the different line. Of this line is from a different movie called Great Indian Kitchen. I did watch that movie also in very recent time. I just want to speak about that also. It's upcoming in next few minutes. So she broke that. She purposefully hid the fact that she attained puberty in order to continue her education, and how well she hid that fact and pursued higher education. That's it about the story. And she not only doing it for her, she wants the entire village to get benefited out of her behavior. So it was well written. She is not like a selfish person. I am telling, I did see barrier in her. role. And the society has been formed by male patriarchy. So when the headmaster of the school uh, is a woman appointed by the government, they couldn't able to digest the fact there was a woman over them, and they even threatened her like, don't interfere in our culture and society. So there are so many good dialogues, why you are why you are keeping the family pride between the legs of a girl. And if you tell every decision has to be made by a man, then why you are giving the family pride to the girl? So there are so many dialogues which has been extremely good in that. I love that movie. It's like continuous watch. You have to watch. And in the end, I don't want. You might get this as a spoiler if you. Yeah, it is going to be a spoiler. I just want to appreciate the fact that they kept this in there. So if you want to skip, you can go and skip this. Oh my goodness. If you want to skip this, you can go ahead and skip this scene for next 30 seconds. Normally in Tamil serials done by Sun Network or Vijay Network, whatever is the network is, they used to have a very big sentiment called Tali sentiment. A yellow rope tied over the girl's neck by the groom. So if a person tied this with the consent or without the consent of the girl, he has to obey the person, and she has to admit that she is the life partner of that person. It is so sick. And uh, the antagonist of the movie tied that tali over the Tamil Selvi neck, and he gave a smile like, huh, what else you can do now? Then the Tamil Selvi came back with the two tight slaps. It's like extremely good, and oh my goodness, that scene, I didn't expect that scene at all, but it was extremely good. And it's like I felt like I jumped over the bed, and then like, oh my goodness, she has done an extremely good job. So that is a very extremely good movie. You should watch this. I is available in Tamil and Telugu, I think, but you have with the subtitles. You won't get bored. You will be understanding all the concepts, all this. So it's a must watch for you. And the next thing, yeah, again, the main purpose of my podcast, YouTube channel, all this is like only two objectives. One is to improve the rights of a woman. They are supposed to get equal rights. Now they are getting some part of the world equal rights in paper. I just want that to happen in practice also. And second, caste oppression. I don't want people to suffer because of the caste oppression. So why I'm speaking about caste oppression, and it's like, as you people know, Jallikattu, Tamil Nadu has done an extremely good protest for Jallikattu in 2017, I believe. All these people were together. It showed the world how united these Tamil people are. Extremely, that is a good fact. But what is happening in the Jallikattu? People are dying for no reason. The viewers are dying and suffering injuries. And moreover, there is a huge caste discrimination. There is a huge caste discrimination happening in Jallikattu. You can see a person from a lower caste, controlled a bull from a higher caste person. He get beaten up for the reason he just own over the bull from the higher caste. What kind of a reason? If you consider this as a sport, play as a sport. Don't put your caste's mind set over this. And this is one fact I was very disappointed about Jallikattu. There are a lot of podcasts upcoming from my fellow podcasters about Jallikattu in Tamil. It is really good to hear, because the same people who supported Jallikattu now speaking against that. It's obviously like we are evolving. We thought that it's been considered as, because it's kind of feel like an imposition on the people that you are not supposed to play Jallikattu. Ultimately, it is a decision from our side whether we should play Jallikattu or not. It is our rights, and it is our independent decision. Nobody is supposed to put their head over this issue. Okay, speaking of like an option, I want to add one more thing. Recently, Tamil Nadu, 80 years, certain caste people are not allowed in one temple, and people fought for their rights, and they finally entered into the temple. This has been posted in the Quint Insta page. When I saw this post, I just want to go to the comments and how the people over India reacting to this issue. Many of the people wrote If you are following Ambedkar, you are not supposed to enter into the temple. Who you are fighting to get enter into the temple? What is the need for you to enter in the temple after 80 years? It is not a victory. It is like what to say, some eye washing stuffs and all. But I strongly disagree with the fact. Again, it is supposed to be an option whether to enter the temple or not. It is completely my opinion. Those are not the people who are supposed to decide this. These people should enter or not. It's ultimately my decision. If I want to go to temple, I can go to temple. I should have the ability to enter into the temple or not. It's not like don't enter the temple. Okay, anyhow, it doesn't matter to me. I'm an atheist. Why should I enter into the temple? That kind of mindset, it's not supposed to be there. They should have the mindset. Okay, whether I have to enter or not, it's ultimately should decided by myself. So this is one more incident happened in the recent times. Okay, after speaking all these issues which got us diverted from the economic development of these things, let's speak about economy. That's why these people are juggling with these incidents to distract us. Okay, speaking of economy, obviously everyone might have noticed what is happening with Hindenburg report to Mr. Adani. Okay, they have issued a report stating that Adani has committed some sort of fake account in order to increase their share price. So it results in the high value of stocks in a very short span of time. I did agree because when I was studying in my college, I used to do mark Ambani's growth rate. Oh, I thought, okay, this guy is from, oh, I followed Ambani from 1 lakh 48,000 crores of net worth. So I see like 2.25 lakh crores. Oh, this guy's getting good amount of revenue. All of a sudden, from 2020 mark, Adani came into the picture. In 2014, Adani was at 609th position in the world's richest list. All of a sudden, in the span of around 8 to 9 years, he became the second richest person in the world. That too, his growth rate of the last 3 years is 819%. How could it can happen? Sorry, pardon my language. So, he has done something. Maybe it can be considered as a strategical push to sell the shares, but it's not in an, that's what the report says. It's not in an ethical way, or it's not like a actual thing happened. So they just make some sort of a hallucination to the people in order to believe that he is growing well. And the Hindenburg report has seriously have an agenda. They have to demolish Adani's growth. That's why the timing of the report issued by the Hindenburg is on point. They issued the report a day before they are supposed to launch the FPO in the market. So again, it is a strike to Adani government. Sorry, not a government. It's sorry, excuse. Adani's company, groups of companies. So they couldn't move further, and they have lost around 80 billion. Not a, yeah, they have lost around 80 billion USD from their net worth, and he's sitting now at 17th position, the world's richest. It happened in the span of 10 days. So if they want to prove that report us wrong, they could have easily put a case over them in America or in India. They have not put any case over the Hindenburg for their report. So it means what? If they are keeping silence, what we can learn from that? And moreover, though people in social media are stating that Hindenburg is a foreign agency, they are purposefully doing this to demolish the Indian company and the Indian government. I don't understand how an individual. Okay, shit. I don't want to put this proper words here. Okay, how the complaint against an individual is turning into a attack on the government. I'm not getting the point where these people are trying to move. So I just want to I just want the people to know that A strike on an individual is not a strike on a country. So India is a democratic country. It is entirely different from growth of an individual person. So don't mix it in your head that the attack on Adani's economy is directly proportional. Yeah, it might have effect on the Indian economy, but their plan is not to demolish Indian economy. Their plan is to demolish a person's economy, which formed over like a fake accounting on all these stuffs. And why should India care for Adani's loss? Because LIC is a very good organization developed by Jawaharlal Nehru. So it has been invested so much of crores, like around 41,000 crores in Adani's shares, and SBI has lent him over like 30,000 crores. So all this will come into central government head. So they have to manage all this debts and investment, and they will take care of that. Obviously, they will have their time. They will come back with the better options. And recently they have launched a budget also. In the budget also, there was not a proper definition why. And government should take action against these people when they are committing. If it is a crime, government should take action against them. And they cancelled no tender to Adani for electric meter, and it seems like there is also some scams are happened in that electric meter. It was not sure. I am just trying to collect more data before starting this podcast. I came to know these things. Uh, yeah, so that's about it. I just want to share these things with you people because I have been suffered a lot keeping this news inside my head, and that's why it happened after a long time. And there is one more thing, yeah, great information. No, I will make a separate podcast for that movie. Okay, thanks for listening this. So if you come till this point, it is so happy for I'm so happy that you are here till this point. Okay, bye bye.